Oh, hey guys, welcome to the arcade and thank you very much for joining me. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I try to cover as many of the retailers within the UK as possible, ones who sell sort of home arcade, arcade one-up, app games, all that kind of stuff, so that you're able to get a decent selection of places to buy, sales and things like that. One of the biggest ones at the moment is certainly been Game. They are stocking quite a lot of items from Arcade 1-Up, but they're also hitting a lot of other things as well, such as Numskull and New Wave Toys. Unfortunately for me, they don't ship to Northern Ireland, which is a big problem because there's a lot of really good sales over on the Game website. You can check that out. They have NFL Blitz for 220 at the moment, which is in my opinion a fantastic deal for that cabinet. But like I say, they don't ship over here, which is a bit of a problem, and with the likely folding of Quirky Shop, that leaves people in Northern Ireland a little bit stuck. The only places we can get stuff from is probably going to be Smith's, and if we're lucky enough to find something on Amazon that's going to ship out to us. However, at the start of the week there, I was messing about online and I might have found another retailer, and it's a bit of a strange one, and I'll show you what I mean here. So I'll jump over and kind of discuss it here. So what I have on screen here is Sports Direct. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Sports Direct, or rather the parent company Fraser Holding, which they then became, owns both Sports Direct and Game. They bought Game back in 2019. So they're essentially the same company, they just work in different sort of sectors, and for a lot of larger Sports Direct stores, that's where you will find a sort of Game store within it. It's kind of shoved into the one of the corners in the stores. But if you go onto the Sports Direct website, you can actually see up along the top here, there's an item for Game, and you know, if you hover over it, it becomes the Game colors, and you can see the various items that Game would sell. Now, from what I can tell, it's kind of a subset of what Game sells, so nothing, not everything is listed here, but quite a lot is. So if we go on to the Game section, we are still under Sports Direct, as you can see, but we are within Game, as in game.co.uk. It's the same stuff, and we can see all of the stuff here. It's very similar to Game's website, but if we keep scrolling down, we find a retro section. And I can go in here, and under retro they have, I would expect, a lot of the retro stuff, including stuff from Arcade 1-Up. And most of the items here are similarly priced to the stuff that you would find on Game. There are a few bits and pieces that don't appear here. They don't have the entire selection, but they do things. There we have Numskull, we have the Countercades, we have New Wave Toys, we've got the Infinity Board, and if we keep scrolling down, we see that they do have a selection of the Arcade 1-Up full-size cabinets. The interesting thing here is that Sports Direct will ship to Northern Ireland, and that's what's confusing me. I've gone through the process now. I haven't pulled the trigger and actually bought one because well, if NFL Blitz was on there, I would have bought it. Unfortunately, it's not listed, so I didn't go through with the whole process. But I have gone through with both Atari and Ridge Racer. Entered in my address. It's given me a quote for the shipping. It's still £19. So nothing really changes there. I think £19 is correct. From the Game website, from what I understand as well, if they want to, if they're going to ship out. So everything seems legitimate, and it'll ship out to Northern Ireland. So we might have found another retailer that will be able to get some of the cabinets for now. Like I said, it is a subset. You can see really all we have here is actually I can. make it a wee bit easier, we can bring up all of the Arcade 1-Up kind of items, which, so you can see we've got the deluxe version of Class of 81. We have the NBA Jam Partycade. We've got the up-and-coming head-to-head. There is Ridge Racer, there's Atari 50th, there is Time Crisis. So there's a nice little selection. So for anyone looking in Northern Ireland to get something shipped out to them, this might be a way to go. Certainly I would want the prices of either Ridge Racer or Time Crisis to drop before I would pull the trigger on them, but it's a nice option. There's, like I say, the Class of 81, 500, borderline maybe drop a little bit more, and I would look at it. But I think this is good. We've found some other way of getting this stuff without having to rely too much on Smiths, because Smiths selection, while good and the price point is on point, they don't often get new stuff in, whereas games seem to be getting a lot of new stuff in. They seem to be one of the first ones now to get the new items and list them, but they're usually wild expensive, but they don't ship over here, and it's really annoying when we see a really good sale on game that ones from Northern Ireland cannot get them. But maybe now we can, because this is the parent company and they're pretty much matching the prices that we see on game. It's just that not all of the items are listed. So this could be very cool for us, and hopefully I'm gonna add this to my usual searches, and I'm going to keep an eye on this just to see if we get more stuff added as games start to add more stuff in as well, because these seem to be the latest items that game have been adding. So anything before would have been like, yeah, the deluxe cabinets. This one did come on, but it is an older cabinet from the US, but it didn't come on until sort of recently. So I'm going to keep an eye on to see if there's any new cabinets that get added to game in the new year that will also get added here. If that does happen and they continue to ship to Northern Ireland, that could be really good for us. I will keep an eye on this and keep making sure that they are shipping out, and if something changes I will report back. But there you have it, guys. Finally, we might have another way of getting awesome cabinets out to Northern Ireland. So I will put a link in the description below for that section on Sports Direct. You can go and have a little look for yourself. They do seem to have a nice little offer on with Evercades. They're a little bit cheaper at the moment, the cartridges. I might have a wee peek at that. But you can also have a look at the Numbskull stuff, the new Wave Toy stuff, and of course Arcade 1-Up. So there we go. Anyway guys, I hope that was helpful for you. I will see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.